Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another story time on this channel. I have a feeling this is going to be a long one. This story is another one regarding intuition about me being right about how I feel about these people. And also, I told these were probably 10-minute stories, okay? I've been on YouTube for 2 years. If you guys have been here since I was in the dark, colorful lighting, I'm gonna show you. Then that's crazy. But I told two story times before about two times the same girl almost got me kicked off the basketball team when I was in high school. Guys, I'm a lover, not a fighter, but you'll see. Okay. I told those stories and then post high school, like y'all ever, I feel like everyone had that person in high school who they just couldn't stand. Like I was such a goody two shoes in high school, but I was like, if I had to use my fist for one person, it was gonna be this girl. Like she just did too much, okay? So this is gonna be touching those stories, but something I didn't mention back then when I told story time super fast, is also the aftermath and how like my intuition was right about this girl after some stuff happened post high school. It's all gonna make sense. Let's just get into it. I'm gonna give this girl, like I said, I don't even remember what I called her before. I'm gonna just call her Claire. Claire was this girl that I made friends with because she transferred to my high school and she was on the basketball team and I was a basketball player. And at first we got along like really well. I thought she was really cool, really nice. Like she got along with the rest of the team. You guys know the new girl always sounds super chill before y'all see how she really acts. Okay, but like even back then and now, I feel like I'm just super open. Like I know some people are like, this type of person, I know we're not gonna clash. This type of person, I was just like excited. And she was another sister, as I talked about before, how I grew up PWI as a black girl, black student. Um, but she was also half, and some instances are gonna show it in this story time. Okay, so yeah, like nothing really felt off when I first started being friends with Claire. Like it was one of those friendships where I feel like we bonded pretty quickly. Like we played basketball, like then after practices I would go hang out with her at her pool. My family would give her rides. Like it was just like cool all around, right? I remember I don't even know when I started peeping at y'all because I think she moved like at the end of a school year and then throughout the summer we bonded because we played, like the summer league. And then I think when we came back to school and how I seen her moving like when we're around other people other than just women, I think started to show me like, oh, she's weird. Okay. So I think before I initially cut her off, I think I just noticed that she was very male-centered, boy crazy, which like a little bit of slack because when you're 15, 16, a lot of girls are. You're excited, you want to have your first experiences. But I just remember like the comments and stuff. I just felt like sometimes I was like, okay, girl. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. This is a lot. And I think this instance actually crossed over to another story time. So I think I peeped, like, I think, the more you spend time with someone, the more their colors come out. There's two things. I was like, I noticed she was really boy crazy, kind of like over the top, like throwing herself, like just like doing too much when it was her crush. You guys know when it's just Ginny and Georgia. Like imagine those scenes and like a girl acting that corny and that much where it's just like, girl. Okay. I started to notice that when we got back to school. And then I also noticed, also just when you hang out with people more and you're kind of just like, she's cool. Like it wasn't enough to cut her off over, but y'all know when you're like, dang, she kind of annoying. I just feel like being around her more and more, it wasn't like, oh, I would cut her off, but personality mixed with the boy crazy thing, I was like, she is a little bit annoying. She is. I'm sorry, sister, but like, she's still my friend. So one thing happened, and this is what I said that I think crossed over with one of my other stories. This other guy transferred to our school this one year, and I had a crush on him. Like, all my friends knew. It was one of those where, like, I had a crush on him, and we got dating accusations too. Well, I feel like in high school, they kind of throw dating accusations at, like, any like opposite gender friends. But no, he was really cool. I met him. He was in my class when we had like the chance to sit anywhere. He sat next to me and we just became friends. We would yap. We would talk when we seen each other, stuff like that. And I remember like telling my friends, like again, mind you, Alicia back then was super innocent. If you've seen my other story times, like I didn't even have my first kiss back then. But I was like, yeah, I have such a oh, I almost said his name. We're gonna call him Desi. Okay. I had such a big crush on Desi, and I was like, my school would have this dance at the beginning of the year that wasn't homecoming. It was just more of a casual, like you could go in regular clothes. It was like a glow in the dark, like football season dance. It was like after a football game. And I remember telling Desi like he should go because I was like, I don't know how to make a move. Girl, what was you gonna do? I was like, maybe like we can dance together if he goes to the football game dance. Like I was telling all my friends that, including Claire, because she was a close friend. She was encouraging me, yes, did he buy his ticket, girl? Like da da da. And then I literally remember he was like, yeah, I'll go. Like I literally went with him to buy his ticket. It was just we were kind of in the same area. I was like, bet, cool. Not that I knew what I was gonna do, but anyway, so the dance happened. Again, I'm shy and I have no game. Like like what I was probably gonna see him and be like, "Hi, Desi, cool music, huh? How am I like? It's loud as like I don't know what I was expecting, but I never really actually crossed paths with Desi, which one? Whatever. Either one I'm referring to him at the dance. Like I remember he was with like a group of the football guys because he was a football player. But we were younger. So it wasn't after his game because he was like JV or something like that. I was like in the younger half of high school. I never really crossed paths with him. And mind you, how I told you Claire was very encouraging of me to like yeah, make your move, get together, you guys will be so cute. It's always those girls, right? But one thing I did see, like halfway through the dance, how I said, like, Claire was a little bit of a ticking time bomb. Like, I loved her. She is my friend, but I was like, there's little things that I'd peep where I'll be like, that's weird. She's kind of annoying. She's a little weird for that, you know? But it had never really been anything directly to me, which when you see people acting weird, it's eventually going to be to you. But one thing I did see at the dance, how I said she was like she belongs in Jenny and Georgia. Like she would do too much. I literally seen maybe an hour in the dance. I see Dare quite literally kind of like chasing Desi down to yike him. Wait, y'all, is yiking a universal term or is this just some Cali thing? Y'all know the song? One, two, three, let's go. Y'all know what that means, okay? Throwing that, right? I already knew she was gonna be doing that on everyone, which there's nothing wrong with that, okay? I'm not shaming. But I literally, like, I seen a scene. I know when you guys are like, how do you know it was like her chasing down his expression, his look, him like backing up, looking like, what the, who the is it? Like, that's what it was giving. Like it was giving like desperate, wild, like he was kind of backing up, like, it was not cute. It was like, dude, I'm telling you, it belongs in a scene out of Jenny and Georgia. So I saw that and I'm like, oh. And see, there's two types of people. Some people might be like, who fucking cares? Like, girl, that wasn't your man. It's high school. That's what people do. Duh. But two, she not only was my friend, she was my close friend who was encouraging me to get together and that we would be so cute. And one of the guys that you went after to make a move on was the same guy that you're encouraging me and telling me, oh, you guys went, I saw you guys go and purchase tickets together. So cute. So I was just like, oh, like me and my other friends who knew Claire too, we were all like, okay. Like obviously that hurt my feelings because I don't like I know what type you are based off what you think about that situation. Because I'm like, my friend's men or not, why would I chase down her crush or do. Like, I wouldn't do any of these things because I deeply care about how they'll affect my friends, right? Like, even back then, I would never do something like that. So I remember I peeped that, all my friends peeped that. I remember she had the nerve at that dance to come and like, hey girl, like, come on, dance on. She had the nerve. I literally just like ignored her. Like, I literally just like, I ignored her and she caught the vibe and eventually left me alone because, girl, you knew well. Okay? Like I said, so there's a lot of ground to cover, y'all. I don't know if it's gonna make sense, but like I said, it was kind of a ticking time bomb of me seeing our personalities didn't mesh the most. I didn't like a lot of things she did. But then when it was like a direct thing at me where I was like, oh, she's weird, I basically just like silently cut her off. Like, I remember, y'all, it was, I literally used to have first period PE. They gave girls first period basketball because they hate women. Literally, boys and most of the boys' sports were all sixth period. I had it fresh at 7:30 a.m. It was crazy. Yeah, I think I was like definitely childish back then. I think over the weekend on Snapchat, I would like sub her and stuff. Not like tag her, but I think I was just posting stuff about like real friends, da da da. I definitely was a Snapchat subber. But I wasn't scared. Like, literally, when I got to that first period, I literally heard her and another girl talking about me and being like, I don't understand why she's mad. It's literally not her man. I literally, when I walked in the gym, they said, yeah, let's start this drill. Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. And literally, my other friends on the team were like, yeah, she was talking about you. Like, she shut up real quick when you walked into the gym. I was like, oh, baby, I heard. And one thing that is so funny about this story and about me, like, bullying this girl is I'm like, the gag is, she was literally bigger than me. This girl, I'm a point guard, but I'm also a tall point guard. I'm not short. But like I said, I'm a tall person. This girl was a post player. She was taller than me, and she was still scared. I guess I'm just intimidating. No, I'm playing. Okay, so fast forward. Other than when I subbed her that weekend, I promise y'all, I just acted like this girl didn't exist. Unless we're in basketball, you know, and it's like, oh, I get paired up with her for a drill. I'm doing the drill for her. Or running through scrimmages or whatever. I'm gonna talk to her and communicate with her. Like, I literally wasn't like a mean girl. Like, I swear, y'all, I literally silently cut her off. Like, I unfollowed her on stuff. She was still following me, but hey, like, I would talk about the situation with my friends, but I was just like, yeah, she's weird. I never even had a conversation with her about it because she knew she was that's wrong. And she never tried to like I feel like sometimes she would try to include herself in conversations and stuff. And again, like, I really wasn't a mean girl. Like, if it was a group conversation, we would have it. But like, if she'd be trying to talk too much to me, mm-mm. Cause you're weird. Like, I didn't play about my friends and their feelings. So that's basically how it was. That year, or every year when I was in basketball, I was a team captain. Okay. But I remember there was a couple months where I was on an injury, right? And then I remember when I was on an injury, I think that's something I got into when I told the story time before. Her and my coach, my high school coach, had such a weird, like, she was a favorite. She was a favorite. Like I said, with the male centeredness throwing herself out of attention, she would do that with coaches and adults in her life too. Like, she was just a mess. God, she was a mess. And me and my coach didn't get along. Ah, shocker. She was weird. She was weird, y'all. She was weird to minors. Like, not even in that way. Okay, but no, for real, like, my parents had to check her. Like, other teammates telling me she's talking about me and saying stuff about me. I'm a I'm a little girl. Like, she was just, it's too much to get into that. Y'all, if you guys know weird coaches, you know, right? Remember when I was on injury for a couple months, I had this game where I was coming back, right? It was my first game back, right? And so we're running through drills and stuff like in the beginning, you know, before the timer goes out. And like, I was literally telling my friends too, I was like, I hope Claire doesn't think she's still gonna be the captain now that I'm back. No shade. Like, I'm trying to tell you, I really wasn't a mean girl, but like, wouldn't that make sense? Someone took your place temporarily as captain when you were injured and now you're back. So I'm just letting her know. So I was telling my friends like what I was gonna do. And I went up to her and was just like, hey, I was just letting you know since this is my first game back, like, I'm gonna do the captain stuff. Like, I'm gonna talk to the refs and stuff again because Shaw was the captain first. Hello? I'm pretty sure, like, teammates elected it too. Not my team with me because that coach didn't. That coach would have never picked me. Anyway, so I remember I'm having this conversation with her, and she's like, "Oh, but been doing it for a couple months," and I was like, "Yeah, but that's because I was on an injury. So now that I'm back, I'm gonna go up, okay?" Okay. And I literally remember she was just like, um, okay," and I was like, "Okay." So I run through drills. I swear to God, y'all, 5 minutes later, why do I see her like on the bench? Like instead of warming up with us on the court, I see her on the bench sobbing and talking to my coach. Okay. Like literally I had a couple other teammates who couldn't stand her too. They're like, "Bro, do you see Claire?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know why she's crying. Like she seemed fine when I talked to her. Just I had no idea this was gonna be about me." Guys, I feel like this story don't even sound real. It really doesn't. Because high school drama is ridiculous. But anyway, I don't know what that's about. Not my business, not my problem. But I literally remember like after the game, I'm like getting my bag, about to like walk up to my family, and I remember my coach is like, "Alicia, we need to talk to you in the office." So I'm like, "Okay, okay." I literally remember like my mom saw me and she was like, "What'd she say?" She was like, "I guess I have to have a dog in the office." She was like, "You need me to come?" Like, I was like, "No, I guess I'll just see what the." As soon as like I heard in her tone, like, "We need to have a talk in the office with you right now." I already knew it was gonna be about Claire, y'all. I go into like the staff office. Not only is my coach in there, Claire is in there, of course. Like all the assistant coaches are in there. The whole coaching staff is in the office. And I'm just like, okay. So I come in, I'm like, "What's up?" And my coach basically just takes the lead and she's like, so basically, I heard that we were having some bullying going on in the team. You've been bullying Claire?" I'm like, "No." And I'm like so for real because I wasn't like I was a very respectful kid to adults and stuff, but I really couldn't stand this coach. But I was even still respectful. Like I was basically like trying to answer her questions and she was just talking over me. I was like, "No, I have." And then she's like, "Well, she told me before the game that you had this very aggressive talk with her and da da da." And literally, like I said, it was only my own like JV coach who couldn't stand me. All the other staff in the room, they looked like they didn't give a like they looked like they were just called in for like support by my coach. Like everybody else was literally just like, "Can we go now?" Like it was just her and then it was Claire like turned in the corner like behind my coach. Girl. So yeah, it's basically just me and my coach. He's like, "I heard there's bullying and I don't like that. We don't tolerate that on the team." I'm like, "Bro, I'm not bullying her. I'm just not her friend. I don't really talk to her outside of basketball." But I'm like, this is all I said in the beginning. And she's just cutting me off and being like, "I don't like bullying. You guys are both sweet girls. So you need to just blah, 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 and blah, blah." And yeah, literally Claire doesn't say anything like the whole time. She just lets the coach speak for her. So literally, it's just one of those things where like the adult power dynamic when I'm just saying like I just she's like, okay, so we're not gonna have any about this again, right? I'm not gonna hear about this again, right? Right? Right?" It was just one of those to where I was like, "Okay." And then she's like, "Okay, well, get home safe." I just walk out. I'm like laughing. I'm like telling my friends and family about it immediately because I never gave like, "Are you serious?" She put, okay, whatever. That was the first time. Like I said, there's two times. Next time, maybe 6 months later, a couple of my friends tell me I should join this club basketball team. Okay. This club basketball team where like you had to pay. It was like a spring season. And I was like, "Yeah, bet." Like I went to a workout. The coach was cool. The staff was cool. Guess who else got recommended this club and decided to go too? Like half my high school team went to the club. But again, who fucking cares? Like, I don't with this girl, but hey, I can communicate and play with her like a normal person. And again, on this team, like literally, I've never had issues with anyone other than her. Like my whole like basketball career, I was friends, nice, like followed everybody. And then on my club team, it was even better vibes. Like because I also had a coach that I liked that I feel like actually cared about me. And then the girls from other schools that went, they were all cool, nice. We like all got along. It was so fun. And literally, y'all, I went the whole season where I felt like it was just better vibes because again, like as a minor like kid, the adults you keep around you really matters. Like both of my coach and my assistant coach were both great guys that were super nice, helpful, looked out for me. All those things which I didn't feel in high school, beefing with the lady who called me in the office, okay? So it was great. Literally, y'all, we have this whole what like 2 month season and of course some bullshit happens on the last game. On the last game. When I tell you too, this girl used to cry all the time. Like, mind you, how in the first time I said I saw her crying on the bench, there's multiple games where I would see her like just boo-hoo, dramatic, crying, like just doing the most. I'm telling y'all, she belonged in Ginny and Georgia with the dramatics, okay? So I'm literally mid-tournament, our last tournament of the season. This is supposed to be fun vibes, okay? I'm playing with her for a little bit and then I see her get swapped out for someone else. I'm blah blah. Maybe it's a jump ball or something where something slows down and I notice it when I glance or walk past the bench, she's like sitting at the end and she's like sobbing, like hands in her face. Again, I'm like, okay, like this girl used to this girl used to cry and be dramatic all the time. So again, I'm not thinking it has anything to do with me. I'm like, okay. So yeah, so then after the game or when I'm out for a second, I literally remember one of my teammates is like, Alicia, like when the game ends, like I need to tell you something like about Claire. And I'm like, are we serious right now? Yo, I was literally just trying to live. So my teammate didn't even get the time to tell me what she wanted to tell me because after the game, we had our after team talk and then but at the end, my coach, he was literally like, maybe this is so funny. Because again, I think my coach, speaking of favorites, but not in a weird favorite, just like that, we were cool, we got along. How I said, I feel like on the high school team, she was like my coach's favorite. On this club team, I feel like I was my coach's, like, I was liked by the coach, you know? So it was just so funny the difference between like her being a favorite and I feel like also like a female coach and a male coach. Because I remember at the end of the conversation, my coach is like, girls, I heard some stuff is going on. I don't want to get into it, but you guys are girls, you guys are a team, you guys are family. So I want you guys to have a chat about however you guys feel. And I literally remember I swear, y'all, when he's saying this, like I swear he's like eyeing me, but not in like a negative way, like a girl, get your act together. I feel like it was just that he knew. He knew, right? I think, and also this team used to have like an A and B team. Like one was like it was based on your skill, and I would play for it was based on skill and age, and I was younger in age, but I would play for both teams because that girl. But that day I already played with the B team. So I think he literally had to go and coach the A team. So he literally just went outside, left us. Y'all, we're all in the parking lot outside. Our parents are around us. Like, what is that about? Can we take our kid? It's so like I just think it's so funny how he gave that speech and instead of mediating, he just left a bunch of teenage girls to fend for themselves. I'm literally so over it because of how my coach was eyeing me, seeing her cry, and then what my teammate had said, like, I need to tell you something about Claire. I was over it. Okay, I literally, as soon as he left, I was just like, so what's wrong, Claire? So what's wrong, Claire? Cause literally. Um, And then I just remember this girl low-key start, I don't know if she was really crying or when they kind of just like fake cry but no tears are coming out. And she's just like I just feel like you're treating me different and I'm tired of it. And I was like, "What do you mean by treating you different?" I was like, "Literally we were playing in the game. I don't know why you were crying. I just seen you crying." I'm like, "I'm literally worried about the game. I'm not worried about you. Mind you, I'm like, this is in front of all the parents. My dad's right behind me. Okay. Also, I don't think her mom was there. I think she wrote somewhere. But I would have been talking to her just like this in front of her mom too, because her mom was weird too. But that's a story for another day. I literally just remember I'm like what, Claire? Like I'm getting so angry because I'm like, literally all my teammates too, like other than the one who heard why she was crying, are all confused too. Like when our coach told us to fix the issue by himself, everybody's just like, because we all get along and like each other, so we're all just like, fix what issues? So it's literally just me. I'm like, what do you mean by treating you different? And she's like, I just feel like when we were in there, you weren't passing me the ball on purpose.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Maybe because you need to get fucking open. You ever thought about that? You ever thought you just suck? And you need to get your head. I literally sent me. I said, you think I wasn't passing you the ball on purpose, Claire? I was like, I'm playing the game. I literally don't care about you. I'm like, if the ball wasn't passed to you, you must not have been open. I was like, are you for real? Are you for real? So that's why you were crying on the bench? I'm literally getting angry, y'all. And like I said, as a teen too, I was a goody two shoes. I didn't even cuss. I was just like, are you for real? Are you for real right now? So that's why you were crying on the bench? I was getting so mad and so loud. And she was like, it's not just that. Other stuff is going on, but I just feel like you're treating me type of way. I literally remember I was getting so angry. But one of my nice teammates, she literally just steps, and this was a girl who was from a different school. So it's so funny because like the people who were from my high school all just look so fucking over it too. Cause they're like, Alicia's literally fine. She's a nice team captain. She isn't single anyone out. Like, she's the one who has a problem. And they know she tried to get me kicked off the last team too. So everybody else is just like, but one of my teammates who didn't know the lore, because she was from a different school, she was just like, it's okay, guys. Like she basically just started mediating because I was getting loud and mad. And she was like, sunshine and rainbows because she didn't understand the lore, but she was like, it's okay, guys. Well, Alicia said she wasn't doing that on purpose. Not on purpose, Claire. So Claire, it's fine, right? Like she wasn't doing that on purpose, blah blah. And yeah, they basically just start talking. They're like, she's like, we're fine, guys, we're good. Like you heard her, it wasn't on purpose, blah blah. And again, like what else am I gonna say? Because she's just like eating up someone coddling her more, and she's just like, okay, okay, still probably not one tear coming out. And yeah, that was literally the end of that, where I was just like, okay. And again, me and everyone from my school is just like, Alicia, girl, I'm like, I know. I know. Like it was so irritating because it was the last game. I'm like, girl, you really tried to get people to turn on me on the last fucking tournament. Maybe you just suck. You should get open. Like it was so funny. I literally we're just like, okay, bye. Like we leave. I'm just like ranting to my dad the whole ride there. My dad is tired of it too. He's like, bruh, she tried that again. Like this is ridiculous. Right? So I didn't like her, y'all. I guess before I get to like the intuition of how I didn't like her, I knew she was weird. Okay? I still had to play with her like another year. I still just treated her the same. Like not mean to her or anything, but girl, I don't with you. Like if we're in a group setting, cool, but I'm not gonna follow you. I'm not gonna whatever. There was another instance where one of my friends was having like a party bus. If y'all don't know Cali culture, party buses, not even for someone's birthday, just because. And I remember she was like, well, my friend, like it was like one of my friends from another school and her friend running it. And she was like, but my friend's friends with Claire and I'm friends with you. And my friend is saying she only wants one of you guys to come because she knows the lore and she doesn't want you guys to like fight. And like apparently Claire was saying like, yeah, like I don't want Alicia there because like I'll really. So I remember another time at school, I had to press her on the. It was just too much. Y'all think after that I would still start being mean to this girl for no reason, and I didn't. I literally just kept it neutral because I still had to play with this bitch. I literally remember in the hallway walking up to her. I said, "Hey Claire, so why are you saying that I shouldn't come on the bus? What's that about?" Again, she's like, "What? I didn't say that. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm going for real." Okay. Okay, because that's just what my friend said. She was like, "What? No, I wasn't saying that. Honestly, I'm probably not even gonna go because that was her demeanor." So I was just like, oh, okay. Like she was weird, y'all. Like we would be in class. I would hear her telling people the guy, mind you, the guy that used to be my crush that she went after, that she was yiking on or trying to. I was in class. I would hear her talk about how, oh, what do I call him? Dez was her cousin. And then in a different class, she would tell her that Dez was her man. This girl, like I said, it's just the personalities we're in the class. Like I said, this girl she was a biracial girl, like a half black, half white. She lived with her white mom. Her dad wasn't really in her life. I've been in class, like again, me and my friends would just look at each other like this. I've been in classes where she said, my dad is a cop, and then in another class she would tell people my dad's in jail. Oh, my dad's not around because he's a cop and so he just works long hours. And then the other one is, no, my dad's in jail, so he's just locked up and I don't see him. Like, I know like 16 or something is still a kid, but it would just be like, bro, like I said, growing up, PWI. Like, I remember sometimes, like I said, she's mixed, she's half black. There would be like microaggressions, like from some teammates or like you know when there's just like little things and it's like me even back then if I didn't have the voice enough to be like that's weird, don't say that, like I would just at least not say anything or not play into it. Like when we heard like little stuff about like black people and stuff, she would just be like cracking up like aha, no, that's so true, no, that's so me and Alicia. Bitch, you and who? Like she would just, y'all, like I said, it was giving. I mean, she was just her only white mom at home. She was white woman tears. Like I just couldn't stand her. I couldn't stand her, y'all. I couldn't. But I survived playing what 2 years basketball with her, even through those incidents. I told everybody she was weird. You know, some people still stayed cool with her, not. Other people were like not fucking with her, like me. I remember what like a year out of high school, one time some of my friends are like, we need to have a group FaceTime. Like, I need to tell you guys this tea. And I'm like, what's up? They're like, Alicia, especially you. Me? I'm like, what? Because it was about like one of our other friends' relationship, not like talking shit about her, like talking about what happened to her and who was involved. It was a friend that I wasn't as close with, but they knew I knew her too, like because they'd graduated. Also, this friend was a little bit older than me, so she had graduated like early. I hop on the group FaceTime. I'm like, why are you guys saying especially me? Like, what do I have to do with we're gonna call her Honey. I'm like, what do I have to do with Honey's relationship tea? So for starters, I know so many girls can relate. Like, there's literally memes about the area I live in this base, bro. Girls who live by a base and get in the military man trap. Trapped with a baby, marriage, moving to another state with these crazy men who just want the benefits. Oh my God. I've never talked to at least an active military member and I'm proud. Okay. But Honey was one of these people who ended up like marrying, falling into the trap, marrying and having a baby. And I used to see like her pictures and stuff. Oh, so cute, like happy for her because she looked happy. So we're gonna call my other friend who was on the FaceTime, the main one who was close with Honey, who was telling the story. We're gonna call her Jenny. So why was Jenny like, girl? So you remember how Honey has a baby and she married the so and so from that base, and I was like, yeah, yeah, I seen that and all that. And she was like, so tell me why, like, apparently he turned out to be like a really abusive guy. She's trying to get away with him. She's trying to finalize the divorce stuff. And of course, I'm like, oh my God, like, low key not a shocker. Because I'm telling you, all these military men be crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, like, is she good? Does she need anything? Like, talking to that. And she was like, so basically, it's been like that. It turned really bad. But she was like, her last straw was she caught him cheating. Okay. So I'm like, again, disgusting, disgusting, scum of the earth. I'm like, cheating on your wife and you have a baby and she's postpartum. You. Okay. We're all in agreement. And she was like, bitch, do you know who Honey caught him on the phone with? I said, who? Like, because again, I'm still trying to figure out what this has to do with me. Why was she like, tell me why? She caught her husband, like literally baby in the arms on FaceTime with Claire.
I remember thinking,
What? What? I'm like, girl, you for real? She's like, I'm so for real. I'm so for real. She's like, yeah, she caught him, FaceTime Claire. And I don't think that Claire and Honey really knew each other. I think again it might have just been like they were both friends with basketball people, so like they knew who they were, but they might have never had a conversation before. They probably didn't follow each other. I'm like, are you for real? She's like, I'm for real. When she told me that, I was gagged. I was like, I told y'all that bitch was weird. I told y'all that girl was weird. That girl was weird. I'm like, are you? And she's like, yeah. Like, so it was one of those situations too where, again, you know, sometimes with these cheating ass bitches, it's like, oh, the girl didn't know. But again, FaceTiming with the babe, like, she was messing with this man fully aware with a fresh baby and a wife and all those things. And they were like, and it was Claire, Alicia. It was Claire. I said, what I tell y'all? What I tell you? Not in that way to be like, oh, what did I tell y'all? Because, like, it's not about me. But now I understand why they want to tell me because I was gagged. Yo, my intuition is never wrong. These bitches are weird. They're weird and they're strange. And I'm like, "Ah, I should just put the pause on her in high school, guys, for Honey." I know a lot of people say this, y'all, but I swear, when I say like someone is weird or someone gives me a weird vibe, I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. Anyways, guys, that is the end of the story. Isn't that crazy? High school drama followed out of high school. Yeah. I feel like everyone has that person they just couldn't stand. And there's always something like that too. There's always someone from high school always popping up out in different situations. It's interesting to see what kind of adults they turn into. Sorry for the jump scare. I don't even know how I forgot this one. But I literally remember like my last year of high school too, her moving schools because my friends were saying that there was another new girl on the team. I didn't play my last year though. And she was super cool, well liked by everyone again. And then she had this incident where she kept antagonizing that girl, and that girl retaliated back and she was about that action. And then she literally got kicked off the basketball team because of Claire. And then Claire was like, I'm so scared of her. I don't want to go to school here anymore. And then she moved schools. Yeah, it's just, it's too much. Like this really sounds like a Ginny and Georgia plot. Like, anyways, thank you guys for watching another story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Hit that hype button down below. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.